Are you sleepy? Okay. You ready to be in the video? Okay. Hello, bookish people. It's Brittany, and today I am doing the Avatar book tag. This book tag was created by Hannah over at A Clockwork Reader, and I will link her original video down below. If you guys saw my most recent reading vlog, you know that I just started my rewatch of Avatar, and I am so excited to be rewatching it. I haven't seen it in a very long time, and it is just as cute as I remember it was before. So I'm really excited to do this tag all about Avatar. The first element is water, and the first question is Katara and Sokka, best sibling relationship. For this one, I chose Alec and Izzy from The Mortal Instruments. I just really adore their sibling relationship. They are always there for each other, but they also call each other out when they're being dumb or they have messed up or anything like that. They're just like, come on, get with it. So their relationship is so real and grounded, and I really love it, and I just love the bond that they have. The second question is you. Favorite star-crossed lovers. For this one I have two, and that is Akiva and Karoo from A Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, and Celia and Marco from The Night Circus. Akiva and Karoo are like the definition of star-crossed lovers. They're OTP. Their relationship just seems so real, and it's just so sweet, but you know, they do go through their ups and downs like normal relationships, so they always find their way back to each other. And Celia and Marco, their relationship is so subtle and sweet, and they just like fight for each other. In both of these books, these characters aren't supposed to be together, that's why they're star-crossed, and they still find a way to be together and find a way to make it work for them. And it's honestly just so hopeful and so magical. The third question is Bloodbending, a book with an unsettling or disturbing concept. I don't typically read books with these kinds of concepts or this like the horror kind of genre or like anything that's really freaky. So the closest I got was The Dream Sickness and Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray. That would freak me out. If you went to bed and fell asleep and then like just didn't wake up, just chilling there dreaming, you're stuck in your dream. Yeah, that would freak me out. The next element is Earth, and the next question is Toph, a character whose strength surprised you or surprised the characters in the book. For this one, I'm going with a lead from the Throne of Glass series. She doesn't show up until later in this series. I can't remember if she's in Crown of Midnight, but I definitely know she's in Empire of Storms. And at first, she is seen as meek and unwilling to save herself. But with the help of Manon and with a lot of her own inner strength, she just takes on whatever she is given. And she does it so well. And she just exudes strength, definitely by the end of Empire of Storms. And I think she just surprises everyone with how far she comes from the beginning of her story arc to the end of Empire of Storms, and her strength is something to be admired. The next question is The Tales of Ba Sing Se, best short story or poetry collection. I haven't read a poetry collection since like elementary school when we read Where the Sidewalk Ends. So I went with two short story collections. The first one is Happily Ever After, which is the short story collection that follows the first 3 books in the Selection series. I love these. It tells you where, the other girls from the Selection ended up. It kind of bridges the gap between the One and the Heir, and you get short stories about America and Maxon, and it's just so good. And the other short story collection I love is Stars Above by Marissa Meyer from the Lunar Chronicles. I love the wrap-up of where the characters ended up and some of the short stories from where they began. And it was just such a great short story collection. I don't have it yet, so one day I'll get it. The next question is Kawashi Warriors, the best warrior character. And I tried to find a book that, wasn't this typical character in the typical book. that probably everyone chooses. But I guess I don't read many books about typical warriors because the only one that I could come up with was Aelin from the Throne of Glass series. She truly is a badass warrior. She can take down anyone. She's not afraid to fight. She's definitely willing to fight for anyone that she loves. And her mind, the way it works, and the schemes, she is a truly great warrior character. If you have any other warrior characters that you love, let me know down in the comments. I would love to pick up other books about warriors. The next element is fire, and the next question is Zuko, best redemption arc or a redemption arc that should have happened. This took me a really long time to come up with. I guess there aren't many redemption arcs in the books that I've read, or there aren't many redemption arcs that I think should have happened, but one of my favorite redemption arcs is Celeste from the Selection series. She is just so mean and horrible in the first book, but by the third book, you really have gotten to know her, and she brings down her walls, and you truly learn who she is on the inside instead of who she portrays on the outside, who she thought she had to be. And her character was just such a highlight in the third book that redemption arc was so well done, and it was so good. I mean, it can speak to anyone when you're thinking that you're forced to be this one person, but you are truly this different person, and so no one really knows you, but when you let them in, it just changes everything. I feel like that is such a real thing and not something that's just in stories. The next question is Iroh, the wisest character. And for me, I chose Tyrion from the Shades of Magic trilogy. He is a constant in these books, and from the first one to the third one, he just gets a bigger and bigger role. His wisdom is just staggering. I mean, he doesn't tell people what to do because he doesn't want to be the one who has to make all their decisions, and he wants them to make their decisions and learn from them, but he gives them like little riddles to learn from, or like pieces of advice, and the things he says, they're just so true and they resonate, and I just think that he is a really great high priest character who really does want the best for everyone, but also knows a lot more than most people. The next question is Azula, the best downfall. And for me, the best downfall, or the most satisfying, is definitely Umbridge from the Harry Potter series. I hated her. She's the worst. She's literally the worst. So to watch her crumble into pieces and not get what she wants, and, you know, be put in her place was just so amazing because she was truly the worst. The last element is air, and the next question is Appa, your favorite fictional animal or pet. And for me, I just love animals and pets so much that I couldn't just pick one. I love them all. If there is a pet in the story, it's probably my favorite, and I just like love hearing about the pet in the story. I just love animals so much. The next question is Aang, and that's the purest cinnamon roll character, and once again I picked two for this, and the first one is Isaiah from the Diviner series, and the second one is Anika from the Gardens trilogy. Isaiah is just so sweet and innocent, and he is still a kid and just wants to help everyone and please everyone, and he's very trusting and very sweet, you know, and his character, you just can't help but love his character so much. And all he wants is to be treated like an adult and to be treated with respect and to be loved. And I mean, that's what everyone wants, especially kids. And Anika from the Guardians trilogy is very naive. Her society is very different from ours, and so the things she says are so cute and innocent, and that's because, you know, she doesn't understand our society or how things work or why people are bad, and it's very cute. I mean, it can be a little tedious at times because she's very, very naive, but if you think about where she's coming from, you know, her world is so different, and that's something that she has to adjust to in these books. And she's just a very cute and loving and sweet character. The last question is Avatar state a very stubborn character or a character that struggles with letting go. For me, I chose Eliana from Furyborn. If you have read Furyborn, then you know exactly what I mean by Eliana being very stubborn. She's very headstrong and stuck in her ways, and she doesn't like taking orders from anyone. She doesn't like doing things that don't please her, and it's just, she is like definition of a stubborn character, and she doesn't want to get close to anyone. She like the list of stubborn traits that Eliana has just like go on and on and on. That's all for this tag. If you guys want to do this tag, you should go ahead and do it because it is such a fun tag to do. Let me know who your favorite Avatar character is down below, and let me know who you would pick for some of these questions. That's all for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!